look at what we got here. Hey guys, welcome back after a year or two. It's been about a year since I published my last video, and all I gotta say is I'm sorry, and a lot of things have happened on the channel. It's growing every day now, and I'm gonna stay producing content from now on. I have a GoPro coming, so expect some videos out of a GoPro, and a lot of fishing videos coming up. As for I'm getting a new boat. It's a classic series from Bass Tracker. Good boat. It's a good boat, but that's just a little preview of what to expect on the channel to come. This is my 1949 Ford 8N. This is the second year they made them. This model. The 8N was produced from 1948 to 1952, I think. Very nice machine, and I really like the 4-cylinder in it, and I wish I could keep it, but plans have changed, and now I am getting a Kubota, which I've already bought and I already have home, which I'll show you guys more later, and that's what these tracks are from. But yeah, this is a 1949 Ford 8N. I would fire it up, but it ran out of gas, and I don't have any gas at the house because I only have one other item that uses gas. This is the insides under this panel right here. Here's the air filter cleaner, all right here. This is what they call an oil bath. Let me come around to this side so I can show you guys. This is what they call an oil bath air filter. Now, if this was set up properly, how this would go was there should be a mason jar right here. Air would get sucked up from here, and dust particles would drop if they're too big. So let's say you sucked in part of a leaf. That leaf, if it's heavy enough, it should drop down the mason jar right here. Then what's left over goes into the air filter or oil bath. And here's the oil bath. And what happens is there's a filter right here, not a paper element, just a filter. Then oil right here, filled up to about right here. And it's just like, let's say you had a cup of oil in your shop. Well, that cup of oil, if you leave it sitting there, what's gonna happen is all the dust is gonna collect in it. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory on how those work, and I wish every new tractor would come with an option like that. I think it's got the 12 forward, no, I'm not sure on tire size, but it's got brand new fronts. It's got new rears, newer rears, they said, which I have a hard time believing because there's quite a bit of cracking in there. And if I had to guess, these aren't too new. They're not re-lugged that I know of. I mean, it's a pretty consistent tread pattern. There is a few times that I've wondered what they mean by new rear tires. I bet they meant new to the machine. That's what I've came to. So a couple of reasons why I like the Ford 8N was it's a pretty basic tractor. It's got a 3-point hitch. It uses the Model T motor, essentially. It's a straight 4, 2.0, carbureted, gravity fed fuel. This one's been converted to a 12-volt system, which I very much like. Don't have to worry about charging on 6 volts or anything. A radiator's good. It uses a radiator, uses a water pump, and a thermostat, so it's very modern. And for 1948, that's when they started producing the 8N. It was a very basic tractor, but it also was a tractor of a new time. All the tractors before then didn't have a 4-speed that you could shift into 4 and fly down the road. This one doesn't have the Sherman high-low, but if you had the Sherman high-low or the overdrive combo or anything else, these tractors could go 27 mile an hour easily. But yeah, I mean, another thing is it was pretty user-friendly. 3-point hitch. Yeah, I mean, they knew what they were doing when they built this. And another way is I've been doing a lot of research on Henry Ford. I've done a research paper on him, and Henry Ford was the type of guy where if a car needed one battery to run, let's say, and Chevy was putting 2 in a car, he'd only put 1. Very basic. He was a straightforward guy. Let's say GMC or GM, that was General Motors back then. I mean, they were making a 6-wheel truck. Well, a truck only needs 4 wheels, so he was making 4-wheel trucks. It's a very, very straightforward tractor, and it doesn't look too bad. You know, this one's been repainted. You know, it's got dings, but it's a good tractor. It's got good radiator fluid in it. And another thing is this tractor already sold. I sold it last night, and the guy's coming Saturday. He works nights, and lives right down the road. I met him over Facebook, and yeah, for the most part, it's most likely sold. You know, he wants to come take a look at it, but I would say it's about 90% sold. And a couple of reasons why I'm getting rid of this tractor was, you know, garden tractors, they're very efficient. They're cheap. Parts are very easy to locate, depending on your certain model and make. For me, I had all John Deere. Green Mark is our local John Deere dealer. They're about 10 minutes away, and they're always willing to help me out. And so the parts worked out good. Yes, they were pricey for the models that I had. I started to get a little fed up because I was not agreeing with paying that much for a part. And you know, that it comes down to, actually, what happens is it's you guys that need to go buy parts from John Deere, because the reason why the parts are so pricey is because there's all these aftermarket. There's all these Chinese companies now, and they're making parts so hard to buy from the dealer because everyone wants to go to eBay, let's say, and buy the cheapest part they can get. Me, I could have bought this starter right here for 99 bucks, shipped to my door. I think I ended up paying $306 for this one. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of stupid, but that's what keeps local businesses going. And you know, I didn't have to pay shipping on that. You know, now if I have any issue, if I were to have a mounting issue with it, I'll take it back to them, and you know, it's way easier than dealing with people over the internet, because the internet, it's a very tricky sometimes. This tractor does not have the spin-on oil filter. That was a conversion kit that I think you can buy on eBay for 40 bucks, I think, and it comes with the oil filter already. Not too positive on that. That's just kind of what I've been seeing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a very nice tractor, and if I had more space and if I had more of a use for it, I'd definitely keep it around. It's a good looking tractor. You know, like I said, it needs power washed. I was gonna power wash it, and then we didn't have any gas in our tanks, and so I was not gonna go drive 15 minutes to power wash a tractor when I can do that anytime this spring. But now that it's sold, I might throw some degreaser on it, brush it really quick, and rinse it off with a hose. But so back to the main reason why I'm selling it is I'm selling it because it's too big for my needs. I mentioned that with the garden tractors about a couple of minutes ago in the video. It's too big. You know, garden tractors for me are a little too small, just a tad bit too small. This, it's a little too big. The perfect tractor would be a Kubota L175, and I've had my eyes on one for 2 years. I've had my eyes on this one. I've mowed with it before. from what I heard, they wouldn't sell it. And then I got the offer to buy it, and actually the offer to buy it was like hard to refuse. I pretty much paid for the tires. They told me not to offer above a certain amount, and so I didn't. I stayed below that amount, and I'm glad that I did, because if I were to go any higher, well, I'd be wasting money. And you know, the more money you can save when you're starting out is better. Yes, you know, you don't want to lowball someone, but if they tell you to not offer above a certain price, which I think is very courteous of them, don't. Respect that. And you know, if you know they're doing it out of politeness, maybe offer a few bucks more. But I knew they knew the Kubota had some issues. I already got most of them resolved. Very minor issues. It's got a couple of leaks on the motor, nothing else. Kubota L175. Wasn't gonna spoil it for you guys, but I figured, well, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go down right now and show you guys what it is right after this video, and then I'll film the video, post it maybe a day later. But yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful tractor. I love it. You know, it gets all the work done that I need. I love the 3-point hitch setup on it. I love the PTO. The whole tractor is just beautiful, and I'm glad that I could locate it and just get some good use out of it. You know, this tractor came with a 4-foot rear blade, Cat 1, which I believe was Cat 0 at one time. Yeah, and the blade needs straightened out. It's a fixed position blade, which means you can only push backwards with it to get the pushing action, and then to level you can only drive forward. Pretty self-explanatory. I think it's welded. I might go in there with a grinder, cut it off, and figure out a way that I can position it. It has positioning holes, but the previous owner made it where you can't position. Yeah, other than that, I'm gonna let you guys go, but thanks for watching, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to buy this, don't get me wrong. And I kept it for 2 months, but I mean, it's perfect for hauling wood, but it's kind of dangerous, and I don't like the gear ratio on it. The first is still too high, I think. It's in high speed. The brakes, every 4-8 in that I've ever drove does not have good brakes. This one I was gonna reshoe it and put new tensioner springs and really mess around with it, but I decided not to. And with this new Kubota, you know, it's got perfect brakes. I love the tractor very much. I got a mower for it, a belly mower, 3-point mower. I got a box blade, I got a back blade, got a forklift for the back of it that I made, which I'll show how I made in a separate video. Actually, it'll be its own video. But yeah, I'll let you guys go, but thanks for watching. If you like the video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm a small channel. I don't need any trolls. If you're a troll, please get out and don't even leave me a like or a dislike. I just don't want you on my channel. You guys can sit here and hate on this all day, but I love my channel. I love the way it's going. If you guys got any good positive pointers, let me know in the comments below, and I will respond as soon as I can. God bless.